prepare the body for the different loads that we're going to put it through with different exercises. So I typically have them go in 2 groups. We have kind of a small space in our facility, and sometimes getting 14, 16 athletes out there is a little tough. So basically, we'll have a couple of cones set up here. In the first group, we'll typically start with just a jog. So go ahead and jog down. When they're halfway, the second group will go. And then jog back. Okay. Now we're going to do a forward lunge and rotate. So this is going to stretch the hip flexors and prepare the body for some of the rotational demands of the exercises we're going to perform. And I think they kind of hate this stretch, but it's good for people who sit all day. They sit in class with the hips flexed, and then they come out to the field to play, and everything is tightened up in the front part of the hip. So we want to make sure we keep things loose and prepare them for the rotational demands of playing softball. And then on the way back, we're going to do our side lunges with a rotation. Okay. This is going to stretch the adductors, the inside of the thigh. Again, with a lot of the softball movements, lateral movements, swinging, running, etc., keeping these muscles warmed up is good. So you'll see as we go here, we're going to start with kind of lower level, slower movements to get the muscles ready, and then as we progress through the warm-up, it's going to get basically progressively more faster paced. Okay. And they usually take a long time during the warm-up because they are afraid of what's after the warm-up. I always have to keep them going. So then we're going to do knee hugs. Okay, so hug the knee up to the chest. This will stretch the glute muscles on the back side of the hip if you stay nice and tall. And those are some of the strongest muscles in the body. They're very important for power production. So with your athletes, what you want to make sure is they're not overarching their back, but they're actually keeping the pelvis stable and hugging up. Okay. Then on the way back, we're going to do leg swings. Touch your opposite hand. So this will get the hamstrings and the glutes again. Stay nice and tall. Make sure we're trying to isolate as much as possible the muscles on the back side of the thigh. Okay. So after we've done these basic stretches, lunges, etc., we're going to get into a little bit more of a dynamic activity. So we're going to start with a skip. Okay, go ahead and skip down. Yep. Regular skip. Yep. They act like they've never done this before. And then a high step back. So really get some good air underneath your feet. And this is going to get the calf muscles, the Achilles, everything in the lower extremity ready for more explosive type movements. Okay? Then we're going to do the butt kicks, where you keep your heels up, and this will get the front part of the thigh, the hip flexors, the quadriceps. Okay? And then we're going to work into a Karyoga. So facing this way, go ahead and Karyoga down. A rotational movement through the hips, and then back the other direction.
We bring back to do all the big tournaments out there, so we can watch the teams warm up just to see. He can point to the kids. We know right quick he's going to go, oh yeah, she's going to be a good one right there, just by her movements. That's the fun one.
All right, so the next time, with the Karyoga, we'll drive the back knee across, really drive it across, okay? Go. Okay, stay back. Okay, now we're going to sprint down to the line and stick. Go. Okay. From there, you're going to sprint down and then back pedal back. So second group of weights, go. And then the second group will go. You can see it doesn't need to be super complicated, just kind of approximating what we're going to ask them to do. So then we're going to shuffle facing this way, shuffle down and back. Lateral movement. Okay, second group go. So the goal of the warm-up is you should take any 8 to 10 minutes. Practice time is somewhat limited with a lot of teams, so trying to be as efficient as possible is key. This time you're going to sprint down, back pedal back. Nope. Nope. Okay. And then the last thing we typically do is change of direction. So we're going to sprint, back pedal and sprint, and I'm going to give them a command, so they're going to have to react to me when I ask them to switch. Okay, ready? Go. Switch. Go. Slant, go. Switch. Go. Good. Okay. Facing me, we're going to do a shuffle, sprint. Okay. Go. Switch. Go. Switch. Go. Good. So sometimes we'll do that multiple times. I'll give them multiple switches, and they will give me dirty looks. But just for the interest of residents today, we'll just stick with that. So then the last thing we'll typically do is the sprint down and back twice, and then I'll go get a drink of water. Complain about me. Go. So based upon the measurements of our facility, this right here is about like hitting a triple, so they're ready to hit a triple. And the second group doesn't care to do that, I guess. So, alright, so you've seen our warm-up. It has to be the first team. Wind up injuring our backs, etc. if we're doing these lifts improperly. And the first goal of training is to do no harm. And then from there we want to do some benefit. So Shannon's going to go ahead and demonstrate the deadlift. So as she approaches the bar here, she's going to make sure she maintains a neutral low back. She's going to keep her clavicles pointed forward, and she'll go ahead and complete the lift. So most of the lift itself, we'll just do 3 maybe, is emphasizing the use of the posterior chains and then revisiting them and really making sure they are incorporated with all the grabs consistent just a standard back squat. So the one key with the squat, and Cassie does a great job of really finding good depth, maintaining neutral alignment in her low back, not letting her knees translate too far in front of her toes, and hitting her thighs basically to or below parallel. So that looks great. Okay. And so she'll just kind of demonstrate here. The knees stay basically in an extended position and you're just pressing the weight overhead. So, and then the last one, just a high pull. So high pull can occur from mid thigh, or it can come from the ground. And yeah, good. And then if you did it kind of almost like the first part of a power clean without the catch from the ground. Yep. Good. Okay. So from the ground, just comes just straight up to there. Yep. There you go. So it can be a whole body movement. So go ahead and that's good. That's a good demonstration.